Namaste friends. Today we will be discussing regarding 5 ways to pay off your loans fast and become debt free. You see, every one of us takes loans often. Some loan or the other, every person takes them. And is it a good thing or a bad thing? Obviously it's the best thing to do, because 99% of richest persons have taken loan, and based on that loan they are running their business empires. So it's definitely a good thing. But what is important is where you are investing that money. You are spending it on your personal needs, or you are investing in some assets that will continuously make money for you. That's the difference, and that is where this loan will impact your life. And every one of us cannot take loans for businesses, right? We have our personal requirements. We take home loans, we take car loans, personal loans. So this video is for them, so that how you can repay your loan faster and be a debt free human being. You can pay your loans fastly with these 5 steps that we are going to discuss. These are very simple steps. You can follow them very easily. So first of all, list and prioritize your loans. You got to take a pen and paper, list down all the loans which you have. Having loans, or loans are not enemy. Loans are not our enemy, but the interest rates are. So the bigger enemy, the bigger the interest rate, the higher the interest rate, you got to cut it first. You got to let it go first. So you have to clear the loans which have higher interest rates compared to the others. In that way you will pay less interest in a long period of time. Okay, and if you do it, you will definitely be financially independent. You will definitely be able to write off your loans very quickly. Then the second method is prepayment of your loans. If you prepay your loans, for example, you can pay extra amount on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, or an yearly basis. If you prepay the payments, then you can save up to 50% of your interest rate that actually you would have paid. For instance, there is a concept called the Friday attack, where you can put 5 to 200 rupees, 500, 200, 1000, any amount that you can afford on a weekly basis. You can auto pay. You can turn on the auto pay option and set it on Friday, that every Friday you will pay to your loan of 500 to 1000. In between you can pay any amount which you are comfortable. If you pay that, what happens is, see, generally when we pay EMIs, first few years only the interest is paid. At least 90% of the payment which you make is interest only. So if you do it, if you pay on a weekly basis, that could be a small amount like 200 rupees also. Eventually you will see 50%, up to 50% of the interest, of the total interest that you would have actually paid, will be reduced to half. It's a very advantage method to use if you want to pay off your loans fast. And there is another method where you can pay an extra EMI yearly. That means per year you have got 12 EMIs. If you pay an extra EMI, the 13th EMI, what will happen? As I told you, first few initial years only the interest is served, not the principal. So as soon as you put one EMI extra, the principal amounts come down. The principal amount comes down, and as the principal amount comes down, automatically you will see on a longer duration around 25 to 30% of your total interest payable to that loan will be reduced to 20 to 30%. Total loan, the total interest amount that you would be paying, that will come down to 70%. That means you will be saving 25 to 30% of your actual interest payment. And you can do the same with percentage also. Yearly you can increase some percent. Like if you got to pay 100 rupees or 10,000 rupees on an EMI on monthly basis, every year what you got to do is increase it by 5 to 10%. Like this year, if you are paying 10,000 per month, next year 5% should be added, like 10,500, and that next year 5% of this 10,500 you got to pay. If you do this, and if you pay an extra EMI yearly, around 50% of your total interest payable will be reduced to half. Only 50% you will have to pay. So this is the power of math, and this is the power of discipline. Comes the third method, where you got to cut unnecessary expenditure and you got to build financial discipline. First, As I told you, you got to cut your unnecessary expenses. Anything which is necessary, you will have to do it, but things which are not necessary at present, you got to avoid them. The amount that is saved from not purchasing the unnecessary things, you got to convert it to repayment of loans. So the money which is going for nothing, you will be diverting it into the repayment of loan. So in this way, you can reduce your tenure also. You can pay off your loan very fastly. And discipline is very important, because you should not take further debts or further loans until you didn't clear a particular loan. What happens is, in today's world, we are getting very free money. Like the loans are very accessible to us. Within fingertips, we are getting loans. So you should not be tempted to loans. You got to have financial discipline. You got to calculate every penny of your hard-earned money, and do not take more and more loans. First priority is writing off your loans. There comes the fourth method, which is very important, is increase your income. Until unless you don't earn an extra penny of what you are earning today, you cannot save and you cannot repay or prepay your loans. So focus on earning an extra income through skills which you have already got. Work for an extra hour or work some side hustles, but you got to earn money of what you are earning today. You got to earn some extra money so that you can repay your loan fast. Without extra income, no man on earth pay an extra EMI without having side incomes just based on their monthly payrolls. Especially the persons who are living their life on a payroll to payroll basis, they cannot pay an extra EMI. So they got to earn some extra money. And then comes the final method, where you can consolidate or negotiate debt. First, if you have multiple loans with higher interest rate, you can consult for, or you can consider a single loan with lower interest rate and pay off the multiple loans which you have. The higher interest rate loans, you can pay them with the loan with lower interest rate. And even you can negotiate with bank managers or the finance managers to lower your interest rate or extend the tenure, so that the initial burden will be less and you can easily pay off the loans. The best thing is to avoid loans and be a self-sufficient individual. With what you have income, with what you earn, you got to spend that. So try to avoid loans which are unnecessary, and expenses, even the expenses which are unnecessary. As you buy the unnecessary things, you will have to take loans. The rest of your life, you will be working to repay the loans. Even if you take some loan, try to build an asset where you will get returns on a monthly basis. Hope you like this video, and if at all you liked it, please do like, share and subscribe. And if you are watching this video till this point, we have got other 3 channels in different languages, that is Hindi, Telugu and Odia. You can explore those videos also. Thank you.